My name is Bridget Peter, and I am here to talk to you about cooperative learning strategies. I have used a variety of these strategies within my kindergarten classroom. I have noticed that the students greatly enjoy the activities, and I have seen an improvement within their academic and language abilities. What is cooperative learning? Cooperative learning is a learning strategy in which groups or small teams of students with varying abilities use a variety of activities to improve their understanding of a subject. There are many benefits of cooperative learning. First, teachers have found that cooperative learning structures can lead to improved academic performance, great motivation toward learning, increased time on task, improved self-esteem, and more positive social behaviors within the classroom. But how can this benefit my ELLs? Well, in a motivating and supportive learning environment, cooperative learning structures promote language acquisition by providing comprehensible input in developmentally appropriate ways. What would the teacher's role be within a cooperative learning structure? First of all, the teacher is in charge of the groups. While planning, teachers make pre-instructional decisions about student groups and assign appropriate tasks. Next, they have to work with the explanations. Teachers have to be able to explain both the academic task at hand and the cooperative structure to the students. Additionally, they might have to monitor and intervene when necessary. Also, the teacher is an evaluator. They will be evaluating the students' learning and the effectiveness of each group's work. Some teachers might be afraid to try cooperative learning structures because they might have a fear low-status students will not participate or that high-status students might take over the groups. How could a teacher conquer their fears? First, a teacher could create groups that are equitable so that all students participate fully and use multiple ability strategies. Also, they have to remind the students that different intellectual abilities are required in cooperative learning. No one student has all of the abilities needed, and each member of the group will have some of the abilities. How do you create a cooperative learning structure within your classroom? Step 1 is starting from home. The first thing a teacher has to do is organize their class into heterogeneous groups of 4. These groups will be considered your home group. Each group contains a child from each of the 4 levels. Students need to understand that ultimately they are responsible to and dependent on their home groups for their learning. Step 2 is becoming experts. Once groups are established, separate the students into expert groups. These groups are designed based on the student abilities. Students physically leave their home groups and join the expert groups to complete the tasks that will give them expertise. Each expert of their group has their own task that is designed around their ability. After the class has settled into their expert groups, work can begin by acquiring the expertise students will carry back to their home groups. Step 3 is returning home. After expert groups have acquired their expertise, they return back to their home group and teach their skills to their teammates. Step 4 is showing what we have learned or what I have learned. And you could do this by giving the students a quiz. You could give them an oral quiz, or you can use a structure called the numbered heads together. In each home group, students count off from 1 to 4. You, the teacher, ask questions from the quiz that you've constructed. Each group then has 1 minute to talk together and make sure that everyone knows and can explain the correct answer. When time is up, you randomly choose a number from 1 to 4 and call on a home group. The student in the home group with that number must answer the question. If the question is answered correctly, the whole group gets a point. You can assess each student's knowledge of the subject matter you planned without handicapping those students who lack sufficient fluency in writing and reading in English. Step 5 is the reflection. This is where students have the opportunity to reflect on what they have learned during their cooperative learning activity. The students will be able to complete the following sentence stems. I think I can, I think we can, we think we can, we think I can, and I know I can. Thank you for listening to my presentation on cooperative learning structures. I hope you find this information helpful with the ELL students within your classroom.